Was spectacular this morning. It's still very beautiful up here in Canada. We've been enjoying the weather. And look, there is Thanksgiving here soon. Thanksgiving here is on the 11th. And I'm going to give thanks to the earth. Going to give thanks to what the earth provides. And we're going to have a little trip to the mountains and a holistic cooking special. So stay tuned. Now, this is all about the sword. This is the main message right now. Remember, the sword is double charged. We're being gifted the sword. And there's a connection to Scorpio season, our transformation and metamorphosis, and we needed a new sword. If you look here within the death card, there's a broken sword. Guys, this is symbolism that we have done it. We have purified another level of the element of air. And there's a big congratulations. So give yourself a pat on the back with a humble charge, because this means we're doing it. Now look at how illuminated this sword is. Look at all the light that this sword carries with it. So we have officially cleansed another level of purification of this hack of the element of air. Mission work, what we came here to do. And remember, this has to do with communication and the lovers, and remembering divine masculine has a sword and divine feminine has a sword. This happened through tower moments. The divine coming up on in and helping us. Guys, my throat is like so itchy right now. It's like symbolism for this has to do with the throat chakra and speaking truths. Remember the blue jay. The blue jay is a master at communication. And this sword is connected to the Prince of Swords and being swift with our truths. There's a swiftness with our truths, and they are connected to Mother Earth. They are connected to nature, and they are also connected to high vibe truths. This hawk. We know hawks are swift. So we've expanded with the bird's eye view. We're seeing the whole picture. These truths are connected to the whole picture, and they're helping us to create vector equilibrium from within to without. So these truths we're freeing are from within to without, and they're going to help us to create this vector equilibrium and expand. And I know I have been activated to a whole new level from all this work we're doing. Guys, I no longer can drink caffeine and eat coffee. It does not alchemate with my system at all. I go into instant panic attack. And as I've spoken about, like, no more plant medicines for me, nothing. Just completely all natural. My body cannot take anything. I just go into instant anxiety. My heart starts racing. My heart starts beating again. It's time. It's time to go to our next levels. It's time to believe in ourselves. It's time to unplug from the outside world and plug in. And become more of who we came here to become. So, let's get a message from the moon. And after this message from the moon, I feel called to go outside and pray and meditate, and then we're going to come back. And guys, I don't feel like, that that high vibe self yet. I'm working on the elevation. Done a lot of purging. Okay, I'll just stop now. Take a break, guys. I had to take that meditation break, and I feel like I need to take about 6 more today. Well, the divine is here. My dog is having a drink. Oh, I tell you guys, like I said, this is how I know. This is how I know when the divine is here, because it'll be so quiet. You're gonna hear a pin drop in this house, and then we start, and moths to a flame. I'm telling you, the dog's drinking water, people are knocking at the door, people are coming upstairs, things are falling from the sky, and right away I want to get in my 5 of Wands charge, and I do. Right away I feel that 5 of Wands charge within me, and it's just like, you know, our lives are filled with so many challenges, right, guys? Like, so many challenges, and a lot of my gift is it's clairaudient. I feel vibrations. I hear, I pick up these vibrations like a radio frequency. So it starts to hurt. It starts to make me feel sick, and I have to heal from that. When it's just not like, you know, when you're in meditation, you've found connection, you found peace, and you're doing that healing, you're doing that energy transfer, that healing, and it feeds you. But when you're trying to channel and receive messages, and, you know, you're trying to hit that sweet spot, and everything around you is clashing with your frequency and your being, it's noise pollution, it hurts. And today I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to ask for healing from that. And just, you know, we're understanding our gifts at a whole new level. And what does that mean? You know, we have to heal from these things, guys. We need to find more patience, tolerance, compassion, and time, and slow down for ourselves. And I know, you know, we go through many challenges. We face a lot of trauma. We have to heal. And I know, like, I'm gonna speak about myself here for a minute, and just, you know, so you can resonate with it or not. But I know that these challenges, like, we really want to feel like a lot of times that they need to come to an end. We're tired of the struggle. But we need to recognize these challenges are opportunities for us to step into our authenticity, get in alignment, create our alignment. And I met somebody who was on the path, and they knew everything about my life that I needed to hear. You know, they have gifts, and they said, you know, you struggle with the negative. I'm like a negative radio station, guys, when I get in that frequency, and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And I have to work very hard to tune that within, to transmute that within, so that, you know, it's not coming out me. I transmute it within, and then turn it into the higher vibes. But, you know, that gets exhausting, and we need to heal from those things. As well as, you know, he was explaining to me that I have access to the white ray, and I'm working with the white ray, and I'm trying to figure out what that means for myself as I expand on this path. And healing and integration. And, you know, he was telling me, you know, your color is yellow. All this stuff was resonating with things that I've already been shown and told. You know, that I'm working with the sun, honoring the moon, working with the moon, right? But right now I'm working with the sun, and what that means. And, you know, as we're on our spiritual quest, we're doing different things. We're not always doing the same thing. Just like in life, right? We're not always doing the same thing. And that, you know, anger is my biggest superpower, but how do I use that power in the right way? How do I untwist it and use that power in the right way? And a lot of times for me, it needs to be slowing down and recentering. Like, I can feel how frazzled and angry I am this morning. You know what? I thought, it's so funny because I'm like, every day is going to be my day. Every day it's going to be a different day. It's going to be a high vibe day. And I wake up this morning and I had to go get my tripod, and the trunk fell back down and hit me in the head. And it's been one challenge after another this morning to sit here with you guys. And then, you know, just the thoughts of just wanting to give up. I just want to give up. Because I want the struggle to end. And, you know, people talk about dark nights of the soul. What dark nights of the soul? 15 dark nights of the soul. I might be going down 20 now. And, you know, the feelings of your, like, you know, you're being held underwater, never allowed up for air. And when you do get up for air, it's a few breaths and then you're right back down. But this has to do with learning how to breathe in the water. Learning how to create within that water. So you're breathing in that water. You're learning how to create in the water. We know we drunk the water. The dead drink the water, right? This has to do with this. This has to do with judgment and Pisces and our connection to creation and the all. And working with the priestess right now in order to clear. So this has to do with this. Our dead drink the sea. And this is going to allow us to heal from this pain with the priestess. And we know the priestess is working with sulfur and mercury, and guys, we're going to discuss that soon. I have to expand off of this information, and it's not today. I just have not had the time, and this is going to happen when it's going to happen. But we are going to expand off of what this means, because it has to do with alchemy. And right now we know the throat chakra. And this, our possibilities. We've activated our rainbow light. This is connected to, we're weaving together the rainbow people. But we need the energy of the child, the children. This is connected to innocence and possibilities. Spirit is with us, and that cat is just about to push us into the water. Again. Okay? We're going to go off that cliff and into the water. But it's activating a truth, guys. And let's see what that truth means. Let's see what that means. What is this connected to? It is a tower moment. Okay? It is a tower moment. Okay, one card flew out on top of balance. And we have this pile up on top of the sword and death. Okay, this has to do with our commitment, working with the water, the mother, the feminine, to heal from disillusion. And that's seed energy. This is fruit energy. This is seed energy. So do you see how we're going to heal from disillusion? We're going to plant the seed, and then we're going to care for this seed as it grows, and we're going to heal and create commitment. And then we're going to work with the Father, and that commitment is connected to our confidence. And our confidence is allowing us to heal from our 5 of Wands charge and heal from our insecurities, lower vibrational things, but also how to act and heal as we've healed with force. Where are we applying the force now? And it's connected to stone. And this is working with our, this is as we shed away what is not of us to work with what is of us. Okay, guys? And I feel called to read this. We will read this message today. And it's helping us to recharge here with the black moon. And heal from our competitiveness. And that is connected to a visitor. We're going to have a visitor of love. And remember, that's what we've been working on. We're working on communication with love because we've healed from lower vibrational communication. Here's concession. Black moon. We've healed from lower vibrational communication, gossiping. And whatever, you know, guys, there's all kinds of forms of lower vibrational communication. We've been talking about like social media. There's a lot of that going on there too. There's a lot of high vibe. We honor the energy of the opposites. There is good and bad everywhere, high and low everywhere, dark and light and everything in between, all the colors of the rainbow. We're healing from manipulation. But this, right now, more than anything, is about a surprise visitor of love. That's connected to this, and there's one more card in here, guys. I can feel it. There's one more card. Guys, we're healing from stress. It's like that's what the sword is illuminating. How to heal from stress. At the levels we're at. Because we reached a new level. You know, we graduated from level 1 to level 2. And now we're graduating from level 2 to level 3. And we need to heal from the stress that this has caused. It's through a choice, guys. It's through a choice. The Knight is here. This has to do with nurture, love between the feminine and the child, the inner child and the children. Remember, this is we're multidimensional. We're not just staying in one space and place. Yes, you're healing with children. We're creating this world for the next 7 generations plus. We've restored innocence, but this is also nurture and the energy of nurture. How are you going to nurture your children? How are you going to nurture the inner child? It's all connected with an investment with the earth and a choice. And right now, it has to do with the sword. And here's the 2 swords. Remember we discussed there's a sword for the feminine and there's a sword for the masculine. These swords are coming together in order to offer transformation. And it's connected to this. It's connected to justice and healing from corruption. So we will remove our false masks. We will remove our false masks. And we've gone to all the corners of the world. We're working with the 4 directions here. We're working with the cosmic cross of transformation. We're working, you know, we've walked the worlds here. We have the underworld, the upper world, and the middle world all coming together as one. We have the 2 tetrahedrons coming together to create the octahedron. And what they're showing to me is there are 4 tetrahedrons coming together here in order to create all the elements. And we're going to heal from the past. These are connections of the past that are social templates that are not of love. This is social conditioning. So we're going to get to here through what is in alignment with our love. This is magnetism. This is lovers that are in alignment with one another. This is not. This is out of alignment. This is karmic. This is arranged marriages. Things like that from the past. You know, being in any type of relationship that's not in alignment with self and authenticity. And we're doing that by cleansing the air. Literally. And we're expanding through Capricorn here. We're expanding through the earth here. And right now, that's what Taurus. Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, and Scorpio, okay, guys? The stone, ruled by Mercury and Saturn. And Mercury is about to go direct here, I think on the 18th. 4 steps lead to a large, very solid and secure but plain-looking rectangular building with a small outbuilding on either side. It is part of a large pale-colored stone tablet, which rises above it. On the pale stone, strange symbols are inscribed, representing close family secrets and traditions. Above the tablet and bending over it is the crowned figure of a woman with long blonde hair. Around her neck, she wears a paper-like garment containing writing. Her arms hang down on either side of the tablet, as if to embrace the stone. Now, we are healing from family secrets and traditions. And these are traditions that are outdated, that are not sustainable for New Earth. We're creating new higher vibe templates for New Earth. This has to do with walking away from this. This is forced. This is not. There's an element of surprise within this. Okay, guys? Mercury conjoined with Saturn in Taurus denotes a serious attitude towards possessions. Saturn traditionally represents ancestors and family background, together with the security of inheritance. This lunar mansion is strongly material and possessive in mood. This suggests you have a stubborn, protective attitude to what you see as personal property, which may be a family business or simply strong family traditions. Your attitudes towards this matter is inflexible and old-fashioned. The way in which you have always done things is the only way. And this is sticking to the familiar, but we're not. Because you see how we're going to activate our divinity with our divine blueprint. This is stepping into another level of who we came here to be. And this is being able to shed away traditions that are no longer serving us. And healing from family secrets. And that's connected to the curse, and those secrets are holding us back. Remember, this is about our throat chakra and truth, and this illuminated sword. We've activated another level of authenticity and being able to be that authenticity. Here, now. But this is what we always feel called to do, right, guys? There's a calling within us. We can feel it. The sword, from Libra to Scorpio, ruled by Mercury and Pluto. And this is the time we are in. Either side of an erect female figure stand two swords. I'm going to reinsert that. Hold on, guys. Either side of an erect female figure stand 2 swords, each balanced on their tips. As the hilt of each sword is a crescent moon, and entwined, crescent moon, okay, guys? And entwined around each blade is a serpent. The tongues of the serpents curl around each of the figure's arms. The figure wears a helmet, which is in the shape of an arch. At the bottom of one side of the arch above her left shoulder is a plume. On the opposite side above her right shoulder is a heart. Do you see the symbolism already? We have a plume, and it's an arch. We have a heart. She is being activated here through her crown. And this is transformational energy from the serpent to the eagle. And this is healing from lower vibrational things that are happening with the elements of air. Powerful Pluto in its own sign of Scorpio inflames the easygoing Mercury into extreme mental action. This mansion denotes an overwhelming need to take action for a cause or crusade. This is a card that demands justice. The powerful Pluto influence indicates revenge for past wrongs. You perceive something to be unjust and need to take action to set things right. The serpent's tongues depicted on the card represent agitated discussion, so there are bound to be heated arguments with regard to the matter concerned. And this is healing with thoughts of revenge and a lawsuit. And remember, guys, this is higher vibe. Okay? This is higher vibe. We're going into higher vibe times. So we're going to do this through self. This isn't getting back into our 5 of Wands charge and going to attack people. Because we're all up in our 5 of Swords, connected to our 3 of Swords within our mental space. This is being able to understand you are becoming the change you want to see in the world. And that's how you really affect people. It's not, you know, you got beef with grandma and you're going to call her up and be like, fuck you, grandma. Well, hey, if you feel called to say that, that's up to you. I ain't here to tell you what to do on your path. But this is being able to say, you know what? I'm stepping into my purpose. I'm stepping into my authenticity. I'm stepping into, you know, my divinity. And I'm going to honor my authenticity. And I don't need to fight you. I'm going to be the change I need to see in the world. And I'm going to do this through self. But I've got boundaries set every which way. And yo, if you're going to come at me, you're not going to get through those boundaries. I'm just going to walk away. Or I'm going to say what I need to say in a high vibe charge. You know, this goes back to Blue Jay, what we discussed with Blue Jay in channeled messages and the message of Blue Jay. Blue Jay, you know, has the right words to turn the thoughts into communication. And that Mercury retrograde story I was speaking about with you guys is like when I was standing up for that dog that was being abused, and I chose lower vibrational words to speak to the woman who was doing it, and how, you know, that impacted the people around me. I want to impact the people around me in a higher vibe way. So if I chose higher vibe words, you can still, it's not about being aggressive with our words. It's about being assertive with our words. And when we put love into our assertion, there's power there. There's a whole new element there. And that's what this is saying. That's what this is about. That's what this sword is gifted to us is. And now it's our choice, guys. It's our choice. Do we want to use this sword or not? But that choice is up to us. And I know that it feels better to use this sword. It feels better to create in higher vibe communication, because then look, you don't have to heal from it in that way. Like when you speak in lower vibrational communication, you go back and you heal from it because you know it's out of alignment with your authenticity. But when you speak in higher vibe communication, you know, there's not that level of healing. In fact, you're filling your cup that much more. And that's what this is saying. That's what this is about. And I feel called to read this, guys. I feel called to read this.